What's up, guys? It's your boy Connor. So first things first, big things in the works for the channel. Announcement to come later while we finesse everything and fine-tune it, but then there will be big news. Right now there's just news of news. Anyway, we are riding to Cars and Coffee once again. We're working on the Sporty. We got the wheels getting painted by the old Superwrap'D paint, and I'm excited for it. Another thing is, we've been troubleshooting on the mic. This is the first time with the new setup with the microphone. Shout out to Will FXBB for being my motovlog mentor, where we bounce off ideas off each other, gear that we've been using, and with the same panda, with the same purple panda mic, he ended up picking it up. That I told him about my issues. He seems to have the same issues where it sounds really blown out. The audio is so good at picking up that whenever you talk loud, or it picks up wind a lot more. And he was telling me, oh, it's because it's omnidirectional, it looks like. And I was like, wait, what kind of directional? And then so it makes sense now because it showed screens on the outside. So this is the microphone, instead of a lot of the microphones I've seen where it's just one end, or on the Sony ECM where it's kind of sideways and it has like a hammerhead design and it has the mics on each end. This one has a microphone all around the stem and as well as the top, so it picks up noise, sound from every which direction. And I had it in my cheek pad, and so that, even though it was farther away from my mouth, I believe that was attributing to the blowout, because I would be talking in the same fashion where I was used to kind of shouting in my helmet, just for the Sony mic, because it picked it up a little bit better. Where is Rudy's at? Did we pass it? Rudy's is somewhere. Oh, there it is. I was like, I know it's somewhere. There we go. Oh, we'll get gas too. Rudy's! We're here. Supposedly, we might be meeting a buddy here, but I messaged him and I don't believe he's up. I don't blame him because I almost overslept myself. I was exhausted, and next thing you know, 7 a.m. comes and it's just super early. So we are in the process of painting the Sporty wheels. What is going on here? Oh, there we go. So we're in the process of painting the Sporty wheels. It's taken a lot longer than I've had anticipated, where according to Superwrap'D instructions, it says spray a coat, wait 15 minutes, and then spray another coat for a total of 10 wet coats. That was quick. I feel like I needed more gas than that. So 10 coats per side of the wheel for a total of 20 coats per wheel, and you put 15 minutes in between all that, and that's a hot minute, dude. So we ended up staying up pretty late the other day for the front wheel. Then we decided to knock out the rear wheel last night, and it wasn't too late, but still stayed up a little bit late. Whoop that trick, get him, watching a movie. And now we're up. We did not want to get up this morning. We were exhausted, we were tired, but again, I do like going out to Cars and Coffee this early, so that way it's like if we're there early, we can get a better prime spot for other people to show up. So that's just my 2 cents there. And then so we're going to be finishing the wheels, getting the paint on, which y'all won't see until it's time to release, baby. And then we're going to be painting the calipers as well as the fork lowers. I'm curious about that. I've had people say that the fork lowers don't last long just because all the rock chips, but we're going to be doing the super many million coats. We're not going to do a base coat on this one, the fork lowers. We're just going to do the black and do 10 wet coats of that. And the calipers, we're going to be doing a couple coats of white, and then we're going to be doing the red. I'm curious on that myself to see if the heat will have any effect on the paint or all the grime and stuff like that. So we'll see. That's the one I'm really curious about, is if it'll last. I mean, again, it's like $12 a can, so it's not too much, and we only did 1 can for 2 morning, and then we're gonna go rip it. So I guess let's go take this photo real quick before we forget. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Works for me. I don't think this dude coming. So now we about to jump on board. Yeah, buddy. Oh, look at that sunset. So the other thing is that, I guess we can talk about that real quick before we jam. I'll say jazam, but that doesn't sound too good. Get out of there. So this is the setup, the new Artman and all this stuff. All the links are in the previous video below on the setup. The main part I was on the fence about was this super moldable glue, mostly just how well it would retain, because there was no way, it just seemed too smooth. It was like a putty that you just kind of put on there, and I was curious on the life of it, the extent, because a couple people run it, and then someone actually messaged me and said they've had it for a year, no issues whatsoever, no signs of it even coming off. So that was cool, and I like how streamlined it is, especially because now, look at that, we can open and close our visor with ease, baby. What? Oh, wait, what? You want to get out? Boom. The opening is a little bit more thought because we have to snag it in there without messing up our shot, like the angle it is, because it took me a while to figure out where it was. But I like it. It does stick out a little bit farther now, but it's for the clearance for this tab right here. But it's not bad. I like it. It does definitely make the helmet more front heavy, lower. Where I noticed that when I first put it on, where it used to be kind of like on the back where I'd leave it and then I'd have to pull the front down. Now I have no issue pulling down the front. It's not that heavy, but you definitely notice the weight difference from when you don't have it on there. Now it's not going to hurt my neck, although I would like to see how it would handle on longer road trips, if it would be comfortable. I'm sure I would get some sort of fatigue. Oh, that's my jam right there, dog. Yee. All right, so coda, man, let's do it. Coda, baby. This dude ain't hurt. Well, we are Cars and Coffee. Got the squad. We actually got some pretty good bikes turned out. Look at that. No, last time they had us park over there, we were talking about earlier. Now we're over here, which is dope because we have that cool little background right there. So hopefully next time we can get more bikes out here as Isaac gets ready, gets pretty. We were going to try to do a crank. Oh. Well, look where we ended up. Cars and Coffee was dope. Had some great conversations with a few people. Ended up meeting someone from New York, which was dope. He rolled down. We ended up inviting him to our little bike area. We're trying to take over Coda. So we've talked about this a little bit in the Sunday Rides page and on Instagram, where if you have a motorcycle and you're in the Central Texas area, hit up Cars and Coffee Austin, and every once in a while they'll post the Coda Cars and Coffee. It's about once a month, and it goes on, I think, up until October or November. and it's one Sunday a month. So just come on out, bring your bike, and we can start having a lineup of bikes, because today was a pretty good lineup. I was pleased with it. It was cool. So you don't have to like cars, because the thing is, I invited a couple people in a Facebook group, and one of the guys was like, oh, I don't like cars, I'm not into cars. Like, cool, you know, appreciate that, understand that's your prerogative, etc. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But at the same time, bring your bike out, you know, even if you're there for a little bit, that people may start seeing our bikes more, and we'll have a bike section for Cars and Coffee. So that way, if other people don't like cars but they like looking at bikes, we'll have a slew of bikes for them to look at. So that's just a little 2 cents, a little food for thought. So be sure and come out to the next one. I usually post it a day or two before when I'm gonna go, and like I said, they're about once a month. It's on their Facebook. Now we're headed to good old San Antonio. We're gonna go hit up Mellow Mushroom over on the northwest side. Delicious pizza with vegan options available. So if you don't eat meat, who would want to do that? I have no idea. But there's that food option. Whoop.